Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Blake Haynes here with the Fat Boys and the Indian, here to bring you 3 hot topics for the week. Let's kick it off with the old protest, the old kneeling situation that everybody, it's a hot topic now. NFL proposed some rules about kneeling, telling them to stay in the locker room, basically, if they want to do all that stuff. I'm not going to get real political with it. I'm going to be real honest. I mean, we all have the right of, the freedom of speech. We all have the right to protest. So, I mean, it's simple as this. I don't feel like they're protesting the national anthem. They're not trying to disrespect the players, that is, the flag or the military or anything like that. They are protesting issues that they feel are very important, and everybody should respect that. That's just my opinion on it, and that's kind of where I'm going to leave that. Me personally, would I like to see everybody stand for the national anthem? Of course, but it's not what they're protesting. It's not the national anthem. It's not the flag. It's not the military. So, is what it is, guys. Topic number 2, we're going to cover the game that happened last night between the Warriors and the Rockets. Warriors look stagnant on offense. I mean, ISO plays has not been a big part of their offensive scheme. They move the ball well, led the league in assists. The stat is, from the regular season, they ISO'd under seven times a game. I think it was 6.9 is what the percentage is of ISO plays that they have per game. In this series, it's 20.5. So virtually that tripled. I understand, maybe you think you have a matchup that you can expose, but over the last 2 games, it hasn't looked good. I mean, they're ISOing KD in the post. KD is a guy who catches and makes a quick move and gets to the bucket, or puts up a quick shot. I mean, that's how his offensive game flows, and that's the way it should be, not posting him up on the block and having him take 6-7 dribbles and try to make a post move and try to muscle guys up. That's not Kevin Durant's game. That's not the Warriors' game. It's hurting Klay Thompson. It's hurting Steph Curry. It just doesn't look good. It doesn't. Another big thing that you can take away is everybody's on Harden about, he's 0 for 20 now on his last 20 three-point shots. Okay, yeah, I understand he's not playing great offensively, but if you look at what he's doing defensively, everybody knocks him. He's not a great defender, a great defender. He gets shook a lot. Well, you know what? He's not been bad the last 2 games. He's really stepped up, on that side of the ball. I think he's also trying to get on that offensive side of the ball, everybody else involved more. He's looked fairly decent as a playmaker, I think. And the bench situation, if you look at the 2 comparable benches, you had Gerald Green and Eric Gordon, who both come off the bench for the Rockets. Gordon outscores the 4 that came off, Livingston and those guys for the Warriors, outscores them 24-4 by himself. Leading scorer and for the Rockets in that game with 24 points. I mean, I talked about it earlier in the year. Eric Gordon being so underrated, it is disgusting. This guy would start for a lot of teams in the league. But with James Harden and Chris Paul there, I mean, it's just not going to happen. He's very underrated and doesn't get any respect. But now with this series, I just don't see... Chris Paul's out for Game 6, so I think you get a dub there for the Warriors. They still have a chance to pull this series out. So, maybe they'll fix things. Maybe they'll go back to the way they should be playing basketball and sharing it, and, with a lot of ball movement. I think that's going to happen. I still think that they're going to win in 7, but it's uphill battle. I mean, if the Rockets win it, I wouldn't be surprised, but I still have the Warriors in 7. Jumping to we're actually going to give you 4 topics because I want to talk about the Cavs-Boston game that's going to go on tonight. I know we didn't get one out last week, so we'll give you an extra topic this week. I think LeBron James dominates tonight. Elimination games in his career, he's averaged 33.5 points per game. Dude is just going to go off. I'm looking at a 45-point performance, triple dub. I mean, he's just going to go off. I think that they're going to snatch that game. I think the young guys are going to, play like young guys tonight. I think that, they're going to sense, hey, we've got to close this series out and, get a few days rest with, the potential for that other series to go 7. And I think it's just going to be too much for them. I think that the Cavs are going to take Game 6. But it's hard to pick this series just because of the back and forth and everything. I still want to go with the Cavs. I still want to believe that LeBron James is going to pull it out. And that's where I'm going to stake it. I think that the Cavs win in 7. For our last topic, we're going to cover, everybody knows I'm a big Seattle Mariners fan, having a great season so far this year. But the big, knock that happened here this past week, Robinson Cano gets suspended 80 games for roids. I mean, it really tarnishes what is a Hall of Fame career for this dude. I mean, arguably, he doesn't get popped, and he continues to produce even down the stretch here. He's got a contract with the Mariners until he's 40, making buco bucks, but it just tarnishes his career, in my opinion. You put him on the line with guys like, in my opinion, Noah Clemens now, Barry Bonds. I mean, maybe not to Bonds' magnitude when it comes to production, but I mean, he's going to go down as one of the best second basemen to ever play the game. And now you tarnish that with, cheating. I believe it. More people know how to work around the system. I'm not going to get into that. A lot of people are on him. One in particular, I think JD Martinez is, but that's just me. It just tarnishes it, and it's just a bad look for the organization who's invested so much money into him and him himself. I mean, you should be, disappointed in yourself, Robinson. That's all I've got for this take, guys. We have just launched our podcast, audio versions and actual podcast stuff on Anchor. So check us out on Anchor. Also, it's up on iTunes. We've got a little intro that went out about 1:30 here the other night. Tanner Crawford, one of our new guys, put it out. Check it out. We're going to be doing some more testing tonight with it all, and hopefully have more in the coming months and weeks and everything. And we appreciate obviously all the support we've got, and just keep checking us out. Peace.